What is going on, football fans? And I know my usual intro is what's going on, football fans, but for those loyal to this show, you might have heard the difference when I said, what is going on right now? Like, what a weird, wild 24 hours so far for us. And to add, like, we didn't have enough to talk about. Like, Spurs aren't getting enough news time right now. They go ahead and decide to sack Jose Mourinho right now. Oh, que pobre, mira.
You know, I tell you, I take a day off from the stoop to attend some other things, and the sky's falling down. And
dude, and then we did
6 hours. I had to spend 6 hours yesterday just to read up on all this stuff because what I knew was so little. You know, I knew that there was the whole legacy squads that were going to comprise most of it, but I didn't really know what was going on. And this is, you know, I watched a little bit of yesterday's show that you put on.
You didn't watch all 4 hours?
And it was fantastic. Did I? Yeah, what I did I just told you
I spent 4 hours.
I just told you I spent 6 hours reading up on this Super League, and let alone have 4 hours to listen to what we have to say. You know, but one of the first things that you had said, starting that epic 4 hours off, was that you apologized for America, and I thought the very same thing when I started reading up on this. It's just U.S. money ruins it. Yet again, can't we just keep our grubby paws off of something and let the little guy win?
Yeah,
you know, because this is just awful, absolutely awful.
So thank you, Mark, for echoing. I was afraid for a minute that you were going to say I absolutely disagree with you, but you actually agree. So okay, but listen, I want to move on a little bit from the basic idea of the whole European Super League. And I want to go to the little bit of news that came out along those lines, which was the Dutch somebody or another. They've come out and said in the Champions League is thinking about by Friday kicking out anyone who's anyone who remains in the Champions League, who's still in the Champions League right now,
who's supporting
and who signed those. And who signed that paper is out of the Champions League by Friday. That means Chelsea. That means Real Madrid. And that means Manchester City. That means PSG is the winner of the Champions League, all because they decided not to sign it. Now, for more input on that, let's go ahead and bring in our Chelsea and numbers guy, Naji. What's going on, man? You've been so happy about possibly winning the Champions League, and now you guys might be kicked out for doing some dumb shit like this. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a very, very sad day for football, to be honest with you. Yesterday, when all these things came out, I was like, no, this is a stunt. This is a PR stunt. It's not going to happen. And I was like, they're trying, you know, these big teams are trying to get more money from UEFA, from FIFA, you know, they're trying to get as much as they can. But then Ed Woodward, the chairman for Man United, and then Agnelli, the chairman for Juventus, pulled out of the European Committee Association. And then I was like, okay, and there's something cooking here. There's something more interested. You know, there's something more interesting coming. And then you got the meeting tomorrow between all 14 Premier League clubs without the 6 top Premier League clubs. Oh, okay, well, there's something more developing here. And then they're saying that the teams that have all these players, like the Pogbas, like the Kantes, they cannot play in the European Cup this summer, and then they can play in the World Cup next year. Then it's becoming more and more real. So this is a very sad day for football. It is. They don't see these teams, these 12 teams. They do not see the sports anymore. They only see the money side of it. You know. So
wow. They're Macronomical saying it's Europa League as well with Man United and and Arsenal.
Yeah. So
sorry,
continue. Want to become richer in that.
Yeah, it's all competition.
And if you think about it, who owns Man United? The Glazers. Who owns Arsenal is the Kroenkes, the owner of the St. Louis Rams. And who owns Liverpool is Henry, which is the owner of the Red Sox. And of course, the Emirates, Sheikh Mansour from Man City. So these are the mastermind behind that thing, including Daniel Levy. So they're trying, and they're trying to make it as the NBA with a commissioner. To be honest with you, commissioner is running that league, and all the money pumping into that league only, with sponsors, viewership, TV money, all that coming in for that league only.
Yeah, that it's unbelievable what's going on right now, and it's I just what doesn't make sense to me, and I'd like to get y'all's opinion on this, is why yesterday? Why yesterday? Why not wait till the end of the season? Why not do it at the beginning of the season? Why yesterday? When we finally have the final four of the Europa League, we have the final four of the Champions League sorted out. There are matches being played yesterday. There's a match today. Why Sunday night? The day after. I just don't understand. What tactically, what is the tactic for releasing that yesterday? Do you guys have any idea?
The only idea I have, it's very strange, to be honest. The season is not over yet. I mean, you have a Champions League games, you have a Carabao Cup, you have, there's a lot of commitments from now until the end of the season before the Euros. The only thing I could say is, they were trying to see what the public is going to say about it now before we, that's what I thought. Because I don't see any other option why they would do it now.
And then you look at today. So, Mr. Tom, what's up to our Stoop crew? First of all, I see lots of our Stoop crew in the house. I think Spurs begged them to release the news yesterday so they could sack Jose on the quiet today. Maybe. But listen, there's a match right now starting in an hour, in 50 minutes. And they say out at Ellen Road is crazy at the moment. And where is that? We had something else saying about Ellen Road right now. Liverpool and Leeds fans outside Ellen Road. I saw tweets from Leeds United fan groups saying all teams are welcome to come and protest. Wear your jerseys. You won't get beat up. Things like that, of like, just bring it, come and show your support. Now, we said on the last, on our 4-hour epic session that you guys slept through last night. What's going on, Soren? By the way, Soren is part of our starting 11. By the way, not just a Stoop crew member, starting 11 right here. He or she is on the pitch with us. So big up for Soren. And James K knew he joined up last night. Had to try really hard to get it done on the phone, and he did. Our Stoop crew guided him through it, and he got it done. Anyway, big up Stoop crew. Thank you guys for joining us. We are looking forward to the match in 50 minutes coming up, which is why we're doing this, to kind of get all this out of the way so we can focus on the match, and then afterwards we can actually do a post match, which I'm sure we're going to be talking about this as well during the post match, because there were some banners that went up that were awesome. Bielsa had some great stuff to say, and we were talking yesterday that it was going to take a player to come out and say something, a player from one of these teams. And it turned out to be Ander Herrera, was the first one that I saw, but he's from PSG, one of the teams that didn't sign.
Yeah.
He's one of the teams that didn't sign. I was saying it's going to take a Marcus Rashford, a Christian Pulisic, somebody with some balls and some heart. So I was surprised, not fully surprised, because Ander Herrera is he's a good guy, I feel. But what are your guys' thoughts about a player coming out and saying this, or particularly what Ander Herrera said?
Najee, go ahead.
You need, for example, like a Paul Pogba. He's like, you know what? I don't agree with this, and I'm not gonna play with Man United. You know what I mean? Now he has a contract.
Wait, Pogba said that?
No. Imagine Pogba. You need a Pogba.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
You need a Pogba.
That's why I don't expect it to be Pogba. I expected Marcus Rashford to say it.
Or you need a Sergio Ramos with Madrid. Or you need
or Harry Kane.
Modric, Harry Kane.
Aubameyang.
we play for the fans. We are not here, you know, we are not here to, we're not gonna support this Super League, you know. But for example, on the other hand, you got Thomas Tuchel today in his press conference, preparing for the game against Brighton. He's like, I will support whatever, I will support the team in whatever they do, for example. You see what I mean? And I can't wait, because they asked Ole yesterday, and Ole tried to dodge it as much as he can by saying, I don't have enough clue, I don't have information about it, I can't talk about it. So I can't wait for him to talk about it.
Arteta said the same thing. He was like, yeah, I don't know anything. And I'm going to call those two guys out. That's bullshit. This has been going on.
Yeah,
I know
a manager's not going to say anything.
A manager's not going to say anything. But to say that they don't know anything is ridiculous. I don't know anything. I barely wrap my head around the game on a match-to-match basis, let alone its politics. And I've heard about this.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm in America and reading about this and following this. And like I said, I don't know too much. What I'd like to see is it go a little bit further than a player stepping out and making a statement. And we need a bigger player than a Pogba. We need like a Harry Kane. We need a big name player. But let's go beyond that.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
And what I would like to see is, and it would take a little bit of collusion, but have any potential candidate to fill the manager spot at Tottenham go, no, we're not gonna manage you.
They filled it. They filled the temporary position with somebody already.
Temporary. That's a temporary position. Yeah. I'm just saying, this is like collude. This is your legacy. This is how you will be remembered. Don't manage this club. Don't, any other vacancy that happens, don't manage that club.
Guys,
think just about shut them up completely.
Yeah, and think about how the fans could hurt them. Like, okay, guys, we're not gonna watch the game anymore. We're not going to the stadium anymore.
But Naji, we were talking about this yesterday. The only way that works is if it's a 80%, 90% of the fans. It can't be a revolution of 50,000 fans, because that sounds huge. 50,000 fans not going to a game. Well, 50,000 more will buy those tickets.
Yeah, you're
50,000 more will.
You're talking, and we were talking about worldwide.
We were talking about the difference between, say, your average 40-year-old and up, 35-year-old and up fan in the UK, who is going to be so disheartened and so let down by their club that they might say, fuck it, I'm not supporting this team anymore. I'm burning my kits and I'm moving on, and I'm going to watch Derby County or I'm going to watch Barnsley. But you have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds who have only grown up with fantasy sports, who are more fans of players than they are clubs, who are going to watch the best teams no matter where they play.
Exactly.
So we have to get those people just as upset. We have to get the young generation just as pissed off, because they're spending their parents' money. Their parents may be boycotting it, but then they're using their parents' freaking credit card to super chat on here talking about how they agree with it. Like it's so we as a group, and I mentioned this yesterday, but YouTube channels like little old on the stoop here with our 25 people watching, but big channels, AFTV, Lee Gunner, Expressions, all these big, huge channels need to come together and say, the next Arsenal match, let's take Arsenal, for example. We get with AFTV, we get with Lee Gunner, we get with all the Arsenal channels, and we say, do not watch the match. Watch us. We will talk about anything else. Don't give us score updates, but we have to do this together, because AFTV gets 100,000, 200,000 people watching. You don't think they'll notice the dip when 200,000 people less tune in? Yes, the rest of the world may still tune in. And I'm not talking about next year. I'm talking about this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the very next match, showing that And then even saying, instead of that, we're going to do a live watch along of the Burnley Wolves match instead of Arsenal, because you know what? They didn't fucking sign anything. They didn't betray their club. And that's the only way that us as a fans are going to be able to have any sort of impact, because they knew there was going to be backlash. An insider came out and already said that they knew there was going to be backlash and they could give two fucking shits. So the only way we can hurt them is in their pocketbooks, which we can't go to games right now. So the only way we can do it is with actually watching and tuning in. You need to cancel not cancel your subscriptions because you hurt the other Premier League teams who didn't sign, but show that Burnley Wolves got double the views that Arsenal got, that Chelsea got. You know what I mean? And guys in the audience, am I just spewing nonsense, or does this sound like, what other way do you see us as a fans having any sort of clout, guys?
Yeah, I think it's tough because, you know, at least here in the States, we've gone through, you know, strikes in major leagues.
Yeah.
We've seen the strikes in baseball and football and basketball. We've seen teams move, you know, across the country, and in some cases multiple times. And you know, that's a growing theme. You know, it's like, I'm never going to watch ever again. I'm not going to watch this. I'm going to make a statement. You know, and in the most recent one that I think I can bring up is the taking of the knee in the NFL, and how many people were like, even though for all the wrong reasons, were saying, well, I can't support, you know, they're disrespecting the flag here in the United States, and I can't support NFL anymore. And that lasts until the next barbecue season.
That's what I said that last night on the show,
it's
Mark.
Just like, I made my statement for a couple of games, but now, you know, I'm having the boys over. We're going to watch it in the man cave. You know, I don't know if that sort of boycott, you know, works. I think it is going to have to come in with within
it has
within
to be
the
immediate
leagues.
though.
And
it has to be immediate.
And hearing that these teams are going to be tossed from the Champions League and from Europa, that's a big deal. You know, that's not only a statement, but that hurts them in the pocketbook. You know, because suddenly all that television revenue that they might get in their market doesn't exist anymore. The prize money, the having your, you know, all the pride that comes along with it, to say, you know what, you guys you don't want to play with us anymore? Get out right now. Get out. And it's not the fans that are going to be able to do this. We're talking the league. They're the ones that held what little power they've been able to hold on to in the last 10 years.
So what? So check this out. Big up. Who said Alex Jones? I don't hear no one mention that, Lolo. No one's talking about that. Like, seriously, AFTV. I don't watch that, but they're going to stream the match. So why don't we start it and say, you know what? I'm gonna do a live Peppa Pig marathon watch along during the Arsenal match instead. Or, you know, I'm gonna watch somebody's favorite. You know what? No, we're gonna watch Father Ted and IT Crowd reruns and do a live talk along instead of watching the Arsenal match. So if you are actually as furious about this and as disappointed in your club as I am, then show it by not watching their next match. Now, I really want to see Leeds tonight, so we're going to watch Leeds United today, but I'm talking about my club, Arsenal. Next Arsenal match, fuck it, we'll do a live watch-along where we watch IT Crowd episodes, and I do all the voices for you guys. Father! You know, like, that's the way that we have to do it. If we're going to make any sort of difference. So us 25 people, most of us Leeds fans in here anyway, will not watch the Arsenal match anyway. But it's going to take grassroots movements like this immediately that will do it. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Am I too upset? What's going on? You guys seem very calm. How are you so fucking calm, Najee? Chelsea's going to be kicked out of the Champions League.
Yeah, I'm so
that's not
that,
true.
you know?
We don't know that yet. it's
a
definitely
possibility, though.
a possibility,
It's a possibility.
but to
Yeah.
say that it's happened is premature.
Yeah, and it's a possibility that Conte won't
Jesus,
play for France.
Cantac, is that real? Is that real, Cantac, or are you just fucking trolling your own show?
Let them. They won't be able to field but 6 countries, and have squads at that.
VillaMartin, they're condemning it, but what are they going to do about it? Are they going to do a live watch along of Arsenal versus whoever the fuck we play next week?
Yeah,
a stance has got to be taken. So,
and this is definitely going to kill the rivalry in sports for sure. Like, I don't want to watch Inter and Milan 4 times in like 3-4 months, or you're going to watch Real Madrid and Barcelona. Like, the rivalry is going to be gone. Like, you wait for Real in the first part of the season against Barca, and then the away game in the second part of the season, and Liverpool Man U, and there's like only 5 points different between them, and here we go, Liverpool is going to win today or whatever,
Or the North London Derby for last place every single year. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
I mean, this is going to kill the rivalry in sports. We're going to watch these teams play against each other again and again, and there's no relegation, and there's no fight, and it's all about money. And how they're going to do transfers. Is it between them only, or they're going to be able to buy a player from Leicester City that is worth 60 to 70 million pounds? Maybe they can't do it anymore. Maybe you can't buy anymore from any other team, so you have to buy and sell between them guys,
Yeah.
What I think is there'll be more money for those teams, where it won't be. Yeah, sure, it's very easy for them to refuse the $60 million for this player here and 70. But what if it was 140 million? Because they've got billions of dollars that they're just given year after year after year, from what I've read. But it is a revenue sharing within those clubs. And they are going to constantly have just this refresh of money and this refresh of revenue every single year, where they can go, oh yeah, Ollie Watkins, we'd like you to come and play in the Super League with us, and then go to Everton and go, we want Ollie Watkins. Here's our checkbook, and we're writing a $200 million check for him.
Yeah, but he has to be on a free transfer, maybe, because
I don't know what the rules would be anymore. This is
that's what he's saying, is the Premier League would have to stipulate you cannot go straight. You cannot be pulled from here. You need to be done with your contract.
Yeah, because under contract he is under the FIFA or the UEFA umbrella. And you have to clear papers when they do a transfer. There's papers that need to be cleared, faxed, signed, all that. UEFA has to approve it. Visa, work permits, all that stuff. So unless you are a free transfer guy, okay, you can go to the Super League. But otherwise, so imagine if somebody wants to buy a player from West Ham, and you know what, they can't if he's under contract. So it's gonna be very complicated for these players. How they're gonna be growing their own players from now on, And we might not have stars.
Or it becomes like when you, like, if you have your mom is from Spain and your dad is from England, you have to decide, are you going to be an English international or a Spanish international? This is like at age 12, you have to decide, are you going to be Premier League? I mean, we did in the US here with the MLS and the Cosmos group. What is the name of the
New York Cosmos?
Yeah, what's their league called? What's the league? I forget.
Yeah, it's the second tier, right?
No, it's not the second tier. It's a separate league altogether.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that like Pele played for.
Pele played for Cosmos, yeah.
Anyway, it's
definitely
I don't know if
it's definitely a war on football.
It definitely is. And so you know what? We the people fucking matter more than we used to, because we have voices, because we have a voice, we have a platform. And you guys, my Stoop crew here, and all the people who aren't on the Stoop crew but are here all the time, and us, we actually have a platform where maybe if we work together, I think it's the NASL, the North American Soccer League.
Yeah.
We actually have a platform where if they were to do this 30 years ago, yeah, it might get an uproar, but it would be done and dusted. We can actually make a difference, I think. But it's going to take big channels and big fan groups coming together and boycotting current games. They're going to need to see an impact immediately in their checkbooks. And now look, Friday is Arsenal Everton. Is Everton going to get hurt from nobody watching their match? Yeah. But listen, it's part of you'll be fine next week when you play somebody else.
This is something you need to do, but it's not the only thing. There's a lot of other things.
But what else can we do is what I'm saying. What else can we do besides bitching? Mm-hmm. There's things that players can do. There's things that pundits can do. But we're just some fucking dumb Americans standing in Brooklyn who like to talk about football and who are now fucking furious. Maybe not you, Mark, because your team wasn't asked to the dance. But I feel like your team would have said no.
I don't think that has anything to do with anything. But, what I do think is that, I am furious because this means that all other teams outside of the Big Six or Big 12 or whoever, the playing field that was somewhat leveled and allowed teams, smaller clubs like Wolves to survive, those monies aren't going to be there anymore.
No, and there will never be a Leicester City.
So that pisses me off because I'm a Wolves fan, and now given the economy and given everything, Wolves already are having a hard time competing. They're already having a hard time competing because someone else like a Liverpool comes in and says, "Yeah, we'll give you $40 million for Jota," and they're hungry for it.
Yeah, this is on one side, and the other side. Let's say Wolves win the league next year, the Premier League next year, without these top six. Is it gonna be the same? You know what I mean?
Nope. Because what'll happen is the Super League will eventually fold. It'll eventually fail because it's just destined to. It will fail because no one will watch it. That's one, we talk about not watching Premier League games. If everyone just decided, hey, you know what? We're not going to watch Super League. Just fuck it.
Mark, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
Watch. People are going to watch.
Sure.
People are going to watch.
And just the same way that people are going to watch the Premier League. It's just, but to say that I'm not furious about this is ridiculous,
Yeah.
And the stab that we weren't invited, I don't give a fuck. I'm ashamed for you, my friend. I'm ashamed for you that your club signed up for this shit.
I know.
Yep.
Want to see me get pissed off?
Me too. And I feel that it's fucking cheating. I feel that it's cheating because Arsenal don't belong in a super group right now.
But no, they do have the money. They have the power. Kroenke is the richest guy.
They're shambolic.
And this is what I said on the show last night. If it was about the best football teams in the world playing against the best football teams in the world, and if the Big Six in the US, in the Premier League, the Big Six haven't lost a match to anyone outside of the Big Six for 5 years, then you know what? Sorry guys, we're kind of like, we don't belong in your league. You don't belong in our league. We're going to go create a new one. But honestly, the Arsenal have not been in the Champions League in a few years now. Tottenham struggled to get in the Champions League every year. Tottenham haven't won shit. There was a graphic that said Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest have won more Champions League or Europa League, European championships than like 6 or 7 of these teams combined. So what do we actually, that's how you just know it's all about jersey sales. It's all about adding commercials to the game, and it's all about money. So to me, you can fuck off for that because I watch football for football.
100%.
And the history of it.
Yeah, the Americanization of English football.
And you know what? Kids in the fucking sticks, out in the sticks, play football with a plastic bag taped up as a football. And that's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need the fucking 80,000 seat arenas that have fucking crab tacos and shit like that.
Look, I was at my son yesterday. I was at my son's practice, soccer practice yesterday. And after that practice, there was a game between 10 years olds. I stayed there to watch it because I couldn't,
Because football is why we watch football.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Football is why we watch football.
Yeah. And then
And these
but
fucking dudes, I doubt the guys who signed, the guys who actually put pen to paper even fucking watch the matches.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Ed Woodward is one of them. He's a big culprit in that thing with Agnelli and Daniel Levy. You know, but they're all foreigners that own clubs in England, most of them, and actually like Abramovich. Even don't forget Inter Milano. The owners are Chinese owners, and Milan is owned by a hedge fund called Elliott. So they're not even Italian too. So that's where it comes from. It's all foreign owners that came together with one head and want to do this.
Yeah. Sorry, Calvin made me laugh. He said, "Who's making crab tacos?" I don't know. I just remembered like being at a Giants game here and somebody giving me a buddy of mine had like a pass down to like the elite level where they had all this free food and they had like the crab what are they called, the sandwiches, the
Crab rolls.
Crab rolls. And I ate like 12 of them. So I just thought crab, and I just had tacos. So tacos, that's where I got crab tacos from. It's never going to happen, John. So why fucking do it? This is what Chris was saying. This is Lawler, everybody, by the way. Please troll him. He's the one who made me an Arsenal fan. So all of my Leeds United fans, this is Lawler he's one of our guests on the Stoop all the time. Not anymore. He's busy these days. But he's the one who made me an Arsenal fan. So blame him. And you can see he doesn't have the little badge by his name because he won't join the Stoop crew.
He is on the Stoop. He's a crew member on Patreon. He just got to switch over.
Oh, okay.
I was with Lawler yesterday, but when I see Ed Woodward and Agnelli resigning and it's escalating, tomorrow there is a meeting, then I change my mind. No, this is serious. That's when I pumped the brakes on that. I was talking to my friends. I was like, no, this is not happening, guys. Just relax, like Lawler did, but it's changing by the minute.
Yeah, there's too much money involved right now for it not to happen.
Yeah,
the numbers I'm seeing of starting backing money are in the tens of billions of dollars, and that's ultimately these club owners are businessmen. Ultimately, they're here. They own this team to make money. This is not because they want to save their lifelong club, because half of them, the owners live fucking tens of thousands of miles away. This is a business, and to see a number like $13-15 billion for this new league, I think it's too hard for the most sane businessmen to ignore. And it is all a matter on how much. This is
at Ellen Road today, guys. Earn it on the pitch. Football is for the fans. So happy they got that into the stadium. That's Leeds United right there. And I hope the fucking Liverpool brass are watching that and everybody's watching it. Once again, they don't give a shit, but
Liverpool is one of the clubs that is shocking me. They care a lot about their fans. You will never walk alone. You will never walk alone and all that stuff. And then look what they're doing. It's a mentality.
You'll never walk alone. I'll send you an Uber.
Yeah,
these are it's all about fucking money.
These are sentiments that are from 20, 30 years ago, 10 years ago. These aren't the current sentiments now, Lolo, I think you put it best, talking about the fan base, and we've experienced that kind of fan base here in the States, where people are more interested in their fantasy players rather than the league itself. I look at, for instance, some of the derbies. Wolves and West Brom, one of the fiercest that I've read, one of the fiercest rivalries, one of the fiercest derbies. But as far as like the Wolves as a team, who would give a fuck? To be perfectly honest, outside of the fan base, on that team, in the office, who gives a fuck about their derby? Why? Because they're all Brazilian and Portuguese and are playing from other countries that don't understand the history and the rivalry that there is, So, I don't know. Ultimately, it's a business, and I don't know. I lost thought.
No, and that's where you're exactly right. Ultimately, it is a business, and that sucks.
But
really
I guess
sucks.
what I was getting at is like, the fan base has shifted. It isn't about the love of team anymore
or the history
for a younger generation, for that, 18 to 32-year-old, I just, I just, so now with that kind of money, the league can do whatever they want, or these billionaires can just put together, any sort of league that they want based on, on the money. And when you get owners from big clubs behind it,
now,
so to say it's not going to happen, I don't know.
I just want to pop up Marcelo Bielsa's comment right here, where he says one of the reasons football is the most popular sport in the world is because the weak can beat the powerful. I've seen other versions of that quote where he says the poor can beat the rich, the weak can beat the powerful. And then here's the other one: the Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest combined have the same amount of Champions League titles as Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid, Manchester, and Juventus combined. That's half of the competition. Super League, my arse.
Mr. Tom, you're right. You're right. America does fear competition, and which is why we don't do relegation here in the States. We, those that are on top want to stay on top, and will do so at any cost.
Yeah.
And so, talking pure American things, I'm not really sure what that means.
But Mark, I think I get what that statement says when it says talking pure American things, because traditionally those are more American ways of viewing sport. But the way the world has gone is it's globally becoming a more Americanized way of watching sport, where yes, we care about our team, but we care about this player and that player, and we're doing fantasy and this and that. And so the younger generation is growing up with the internet, with being able to watch any match they possibly want, and following players from club to club to club. It used to be, if your player got sent off or moved away to Italy, you don't watch them anymore because you cannot watch them anymore.
Right, exactly.
But nowadays, Ronaldo can bounce around everywhere he wants and will only gain fans.
Right.
So yes, Mark is talking American things, but those American things are becoming the way all fans are watching. I'm not saying it's right. And to agree with Macronomical here, saying he only watches NFL for fantasy reasons, and he actually puts money in that league for fantasy. Same way, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, cannot watch a football match because of the ridiculous amount of commercials and everything in it. The amount of times that I have to see Budweiser and GoDaddy and all these fucking things. I can't even watch a match. So I play fantasy, and I follow fantasy like that. And yeah, I'll pay $1 a game, $10 for some. But that's kind of, is that what they're going for? I haven't bought a Saints jersey since we won the Super Bowl, 2009. Oh no, 2011. Sorry. So I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just so furious. Do you guys realize how fucked up it has to be for it to be nearly 3:00 in the afternoon, and we have not mentioned Jose Mourinho being sacked? Like, how crazy of a day that me, an Arsenal fan, haven't been dancing around saying you fucking shambles of a club, because there's bigger things to talk about than Mourinho getting sacked. Like,
I know. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him so much.
Oh my God.
For someone that is addicted to listen to his pre-match and post-match conferences every single week, I'm gonna miss this guy a lot, actually. But if you want to talk about Mourinho, the timing of the sacking is stranger than the timing of yesterday's Super League bombshell. You know, the guy have a weekend Carabao Cup final. You know, with Tottenham, the team that hasn't won a title in forever. He got a League Cup final at the end of the week against Man City. We don't know if he's gonna win it or not, but he got a League Cup final. He got them there, and he's only 5 points away from the Champions League spot.
Mm-hmm.
And you just sack him today? Like, so did you sack him because he only won one game within the last 5 matches, or you're sacking him because something else? We don't know, to be honest. Some people are saying, oh, because he didn't want to take training today. I don't believe this at all, actually. You know, because if you look at Mourinho's record since he took over from when he was coaching Porto in 2002, he stayed with Porto for 2 years. Then he moved to Chelsea for 3 years, get sacked afterwards. And then he moved to Inter Milan, 2 years, Real, 3 years, Chelsea, 2 years, Man U, 2 years, Spurs, 17 months now. You know, actually Man U 3 years, and then Spurs. So he only lasts for about 2.5, 3 years with every team before he gets sacked.
Yeah.
And he needs to look at himself in the mirror, Mourinho, because whenever he got hired with Tottenham, he said that I've made changes with my staff, with my coaching staff, with my man management. But then he got into a fight with, he throws Dele Alli under the bus. He throws Dembele under the bus. He is the one that says, same coach, different players. I thought you were a different coach this time of the year now. You know?
Yeah.
But you're using your same tactics of throwing players under the bus and saying that you are you are the same coach. You know, he actually during his Tottenham reign, 17 months, he only gathered 1.64 points per game. That is worse than Andres Villas-Boas at Tottenham, Tim Sherwood, Harry Redknapp, and Pochettino.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
So hold on. We were getting a lot of comments about Radrizzani. Oh, and somebody had already put it up there, but I was going to put this out there. I found the whole quote, if we can throw that up. Absolutely against the sporting spirit, the dream of millions of fans to conquer the championship on the field with planning, vision, work, kills dreams of club, players, and fans. The teams are fans. Where's the rest of it?
And
the teams are fans,
club.
And we are the keepers of the club.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah, fucking brilliant. All right, we got another guy in here. Let's go ahead and bring in Mr. Kantak, who's in here. There he is. Kantak, oh, he's actually here.
Jesus.
What's going on, man?
Hey, so I'm trying to do some work, and I'm listening at the same time, but I can't comment from my computer for some reason. So I just want to say I did read that Mourinho and Levy last night had like a huge blow up about this.
Yeah.
And now he's sacked. He went after Levy about being like Tottenham being in the ESL because he's so against it.
Yeah. And I think with him trying to protest by not putting players on the field for training today, I think they think that he is just crazy enough to not let him take the field on Sunday in protest. I don't trophy or no, I don't care. He is crazy enough to do it, and I think the organization kind of feared that.
Yeah. And just so everybody sees it, that's Lawler giving me the go ahead to jump ship.
All right,
I told you, he made me an Arsenal fan.
Let's get this guy a kit.
So I sorry to jump in and jump out. I just wanted to say that. I don't know if you guys mentioned it. I got to get this work done so that I can watch Leeds Liverpool.
Yeah, man. All right, Matt. Thank you so much. And speaking of Leeds Liverpool, this is Elon Melier today, right now. Football is for the fans. Yep. Yeah, gotta love your keeper. Okay, guys. So listen, we're about 15 minutes away from kickoff. So you're always welcome as a Leeds fan. I don't know, not yet. I need to see my club's reaction to this, but this would be the week for me to do it, I guess. You know, if ever there was a week that you could say, all right, go for it, jump ship, I guess this would be the week. So guys in the audience, in the crowd, my Stoop crew, big up to the Stoop crew. If you guys are enjoying the video, click the like button. If you're not enjoying it, click the like button. If you hate it, click the join button, and then we'll actually listen to why you hate it. And Ben says the full team has shirts. Good. Earn it. Okay, so guys in the audience there, let me know your guys' thoughts on that, and we'll get some of your thoughts up on here, and we'll discuss those. We've got about, I'd say, 10 minutes before I'm going to go sit down and park myself in front of the TV for the last Liverpool match I'll ever watch. I'm disappointed in Liverpool. I'm going to echo Najee's sentiment on that. I'm disappointed in Liverpool.
You know, Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal, don't forget, is one of the oldest team in England too, and you know, the roots in English football for Arsenal and Liverpool is bigger than Man United.
And forget about Chelsea and Man City.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Chelsea started winning, you know, back in the early 2000s. You know, when Abramovich took over. You know, and Man City not long ago, like 2011, maybe 2012. That was when they started winning.
Yeah.
You know? So
1886, Najee, history means fuck all to these owners. That's what Lawler says. There you go. That's outside of Ellen Road right now. Wow. Love for the working class game ruined by greed and corruption. R.I.P. LFC. Thanks for the memories.
Crazy.
Fucking hell, man. So it's going to take things like this. It's going to take things like the fans getting together and boycotting shit.
100%. I mean, look, you know, we watch on Peacock, we watch on all these channels. They're going to have to do their own channels where you'll have to pay to watch, I think, too, right?
Oh, you know, that's
completely different.
Super League is just, it's going to be subscription on its own.
It's going to be on Amazon.
It'll be like boxing in America. You know, you can't.
Or they're going to say, listen, they're going to say, listen, you don't have to pay for it. It's included in Amazon Prime, but your Amazon Prime membership goes up by $12 or something.
Oh,
and everyone in the world who has Amazon Prime is actually paying for it. Yeah,
right. Exactly.
So it's going to be Amazon Prime European Super League. And everyone's like, oh, look, I didn't have to pay anything. But they're going to increase Amazon Prime by $2-3 every single year. And then all of a sudden we're paying $50 for Amazon Prime. And you're getting the same Amazon Prime stuff. But now even people that don't watch it are paying for it.
Yeah.
They're not stupid. The rich people know how to make more money. It's poor people who don't know how to make money. Like, don't know how to multiply their money this way.
Yeah.
You know, it's so can we hit them where it hurts? Not really. I mean, I really feel the owners knew that there was going to be backlash and they could give a shit. And the reason is simple, because we don't really matter. We will continue spending half of our goddamn paychecks throughout the year on Arsenal crap, on tickets. And you know what? People like John's crazy sister, who lives in Ireland, flies into London to watch Arsenal matches multiple times a year. We'll probably go to Madrid. We'll probably go to Barcelona. We'll probably not, you know, Carol's great. I don't know her feelings on this. I don't mean to be calling her out. I'm just saying, fans who already do this shit and spend their hard-earned extra money on crazy things like flying to Istanbul to watch, flying to Paris, they're going to get a chance to do it every year, and they can actually plan for it. Like, you don't know if your team's going to be playing in Paris. So
they're lucky is that right now it's the pandemic going on and there is no fans in the stands.
Yeah,
telling
definitely. There would be riot.
There would be definitely. Oh yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
All
what
road
did
would be just ridiculous.
Klopp
Somebody
actually
didn't-
say that? They won't wear the shirt as it doesn't involve the players.
Well, I guess we'll find
Doesn't
out when
involve
we
the
tune
player.
in.
Everything fucking involves the players. They'll take a knee.
Yeah, good point.
But they won't wear a t-shirt.
They won't. I didn't understand that. So they won't wear the Liverpool shirt, or they won't.
No.
They won't wear the shirt
somebody
that
said
says football is for the fans.
they were
okay.
given to both teams.
Oh wow.
So, get this fucking shit off of here. Want to be famous? Buy followers and viewers? Get the fuck out of here.
Who's this?
Let's fucking send them out of here. I can't even.
Dear
It's a
Springfield?
Twitch. It's a Twitch bot,
Who gives a fuck?
and I can't even do anything to it. I can't even get rid of it. Fucking hell. Yeah, and if the fans were in the stadiums right now, it would be absolute.
Yeah.
I mean, they may line up outside of the stadium and then just not go inside. Like, but listen, this is creating a movement. It's gonna have to create a movement, and there's gonna need to be leaders of this movement, and there's gonna be it's gonna need leaders online and in person.
It has to come from the players.
It has to come from the
I think
players.
it has to come from the league. You know, punish them. You want out? Get out.
Yeah,
but you tell them to get out, and then they create their own league. And
that's
then what?
Fine. Let them.
Yeah, and so
let
it's
them.
done.
Good luck with it. But you know what? Like I said, in the meantime, we'll starve you. You know, in the meantime, you work toward winning the championship. Out. You worked for Europa. Out. Just out, everyone. You Big 12, get out of the league, out altogether. See what they have to say with that. It has to come from multiple fronts. It can't just be the fans, because eventually it'll fade. But if it comes from the league, if it comes from players, if it comes from the remaining coaches, obviously Matino said something.
Well, bye these rich fucking guys. They fucked football in the asshole. Now the whole game has died.
Yeah.
We need a poem, Lolo.
Fuck, man. Yeah. I was thinking about writing the next poem about VAR, but I think this is gonna do it. Maybe I'll do one like dressed all in black, standing like go out to Greenwood Cemetery and film something like at the cemetery about the day that football died. Immediate suspension from Premier League and Champions League. Hit them in the pocket. Yeah, we'll see.
That's it.
Mr. Tom, don't punish the championship with their presence. Thinking more Kaiser Chiefs than Don McLean. Yeah. So let's see. Do I disagree with it?
Disagree with what?
I do.
The Super
Fucking
League?
everything today. Fucking everything. I even disagree with Mourinho being fired. As much as I hate Spurs and as much as I do not like him.
Keep him until next Monday.
Let him win you a trophy and then fucking fire him.
Right.
No.
I think it should have been contingent on the result of that match or the end of the season.
That's why I would love to know why he was fired. That's why.
I hope that's the case. I hope he's the first manager who stepped up.
That would
be fucking weird that it was Mourinho.
I will let that be the reason.
I will let that be the reason.
That is my reason that I will use when I think of why this happened.
I would be so proud of him.
Yeah, I would. I may actually start to respect him. All right, guys, we're 5 minutes before the match. As we're speaking about boycotting these teams, we're going to go watch Liverpool. Just know that I am not watching Liverpool. I'm going to be like this, watching the match, only watching Leeds United, okay?
So full of shit.
If someone scores for Liverpool, we may not cover it. So, but guys, we will go. We're gonna go watch the match, and then us three will be back with James for the post match after Leeds demolish and punish those greedy bastards. So, so guys,
I as well, Lawler. I as well.
What did he say?
He says he hopes Leeds smoke
Me
Liverpool.
too. I think the whole league does right now. So,
yeah, me too. Me too. I can't wait.
Fuck 'em. Let's go. All right, guys. Well, don't forget to smash that like button before you're gone. And for all of our Stoop crew, don't forget, stick around in the credits and see your names up there. And if for some reason your name isn't up there, just remind me. I need to update
Thanks
things.
for joining us on our rant, everybody.
Thank you guys very much from Brooklyn. Peace out. See y'all in a couple hours.